Not sure if I already said that or if I have a better intro recorded, but anyway, we're out here in the wilderness, like 10 minutes from civilization. Yeah, so we're out here at Antelope Island State Park in Utah. I wanted to get a quick trip in while it was still cold out to really test out my new Chinese camper. I'm gonna set everything up in the tent, and it's actually not too bad. It's about 30 degrees right now. I will probably put a sweater on, and then supposed to drop into the teens tonight. I did buy somewhere in here a Mr. Buddy heater, so we'll see how that goes. First time using one, and then I brought some pre-made food for dinner. And then I'm gonna go over why I chose this camper and the buying process, maybe help some folks out who are curious or just have questions that I wasn't able to answer in the last video. Let's set this thing up. Some slightly bad news. I forgot the pump for this bed. So I'm just gonna inflate it now since it can naturally inflate, and then, oh yes. Okay, so the emergency bag is in there, so I could use that to pump it up. Pump up the jam, pump it up. Let's see. I haven't even tested if this thing will fit in here. Guess we'll find out. Oh yeah, it'll fit perfectly. So while we wait for this to naturally inflate, let's see. Let's just wow, this is a sick view actually. Just look at this. So I think that's going to do it for this self-inflating portion. The bag did come with one of these things. So you just pop this onto the end right here. You just inflate. All right, I guess you guys kind of get the gist. I'm gonna finish this up. We are rocking the portable buddy heater. It's already cranking out some heat. And then obviously have a carbon monoxide detector right there. 30 out, 39 in here. Trying to get this a little bit warmed up before the sun really drops. I do have it attached to an Ignic 5-pound propane tank, and then I've got 2 more small single green ones tucked away in there. So yeah, it's been a little while. It is currently 60 degrees in here and 28 degrees outside, and it is only 7:44. Yeah, so let's get into probably why you clicked this video. You want to know the process of getting an Alibaba camper. So there are a few companies out there that will ship them into the US, and then you can purchase from them. I ended up not spending $10,000 and having a company ship it in, and I did my own research and looked on Reddit for reviews on Alibaba campers. I only found a handful of people with actual experience with the camper with an actual top. I've seen a few people with reviews on forums that had just the bed cover, but I was looking specifically for the tent. A few that I did see mention QIAN campers. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say it. I'm just going to call it Q campers from here on out. But yeah, so the few that I did see on the forums and Reddit said to speak with Fang from Q Campers. So that's what I did. I bought this Jeep in July of 2025, and that same month I reached out to Q Campers, and sure enough, it was Fang who replied. So the main reason for that was to kind of get a gauge on how much I would be spending and looking at import fees and taxes and all that good stuff. So after all that, ended up not going through with it just because I wasn't ready at the time, especially because I was doing a bunch of other mods to the Jeep before I was ready to get a camper. I mean, there's still other stuff I want to do, but it's at a point now where I'm comfortable with having the camper on it full time. But yeah, so fast forward to our white rim trip, we ended up agreeing that it was time for a new setup. And that's when I reached back out to Fang, and within 24 hours, we had a blueprint drawn up and approved, and they started production. 30 to 40 days later, we had the assembly or production complete, and Fang's coworker or colleague, Ann, reached out to me, and they sent me pretty much all the photos and videos of the camper post-production. And from there, I was able to get some pretty good pictures and videos and walkarounds of the camper in their facility. And I was able to circle or highlight and circle some of the things I wanted fixed, and they corrected it. And then once they had my final approval, I guess, they shipped it out. It waited at the port for a little bit to be shipped out from China to the US. And then once it got to the US, it cleared customs and it went through another shipping company. As soon as I saw that the company had the actual camper on their log and they were tracking it and it was supposed to be at the distribution hub, I went ahead and called them ahead to kind of try and get a safe guesstimate day-ish on when I could rent a forklift. So they gave me a relatively safe day that I can rent a forklift, and that's what I did. And I rented a forklift for 4 hours. The shipping company did reach out to me a few days before saying I can get it early, but since I already locked in a forklift, I just said, we'll just keep it for the same day. They're two very big pieces. A forklift isn't super necessary if you have some people help you out. So super quick, super easy. Communication was really never an issue. I'm sure there's gonna be folks who are upset that I bought a camper from China, but honestly, it's kind of hard for me to justify spending $15,000 on a camper that'll probably get used once a month, if that. I mean, I'm sure if you're watching this, you're probably curious about Alibaba Campers. I do plan on doing a full build out in here and putting this thing through its paces. We got the interior build coming up, and then we've got a Moab trip that is currently being planned. So yeah, Moab will definitely be its real test to kind of see where the bolts shake loose. So before I start cooking here, which I'm super hungry now because I just pulled it out of the fridge or cooler. But anyway, let's just go into real quick why I bought this type of camper and the other options. So yeah, the main reason that we decided to pull the trigger is, one, our old setup was aging and we were due for an upgrade, and two, because we felt like we lost a good amount of space coming from a Wrangler to a Gladiator, weirdly enough. It's nice having this big bed space, right? But when it's covered with a tonneau cover, you lose out on a good chunk of the height. So I started looking at caps. Okay, so the caps were anywhere from $2,300 to $4,600, and that's roughly an average of $3,450, right? So $3,450 just for a cap. So we were looking at some rooftop tents that had a king size bed, and those range anywhere from $1,600 to $4,600, and that would put it at a $3,100 average. Those combined is roughly $6,550. But realistically, when I was pricing out what I wanted, I think I was right around $5,500. And this tent, or this whole camper setup, came in at under $5,200. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't have a king size bed. I know that they do offer a wider version of this now. Personally, I probably won't get it for this vehicle. If I do ever upgrade vehicles, which will probably be in 10 years, I probably will get that wider version, or maybe I'm over the whole truck camping thing by then. Hopefully not. Anyway, I'm gonna get to cooking, and then I'll probably continue rambling on about some stuff. But yeah, Since I bought this like pre-made meal from like Walmart, I just decided, I mean, the small one, this is what we usually use for like Korean barbecue, and then couldn't find an actual pot, so I just brought my backpacking pot, which will work fine. It's definitely warm in here. It's 60 degrees. I'm about to take this sweater off because I'm that warm. If you've got questions or you're curious about buying a camper, feel free to comment. It's definitely intimidating at first, especially the amount of money that you're sending somewhere with the unknown. As of right now, I'd say it's 100% worth it. We'll see how it is in 6 months, but I'm feeling pretty good about this one. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna eat some dinner now. I'll see you maybe in a little bit. We'll see. So here's the bed setup. We've got the foam mattress that it came with. I've got my inflatable. That's not super inflated right now. And then I've got a 10-degree bag, blanket, pillows, and then I've got more layers right here, and then more blankets. I think that's gonna do it for tonight. See you guys in the morning. It's the next day. It's about 6:30 in the morning. It's pretty cold last night. Slept through most of the night, and then I woke up about 20 minutes ago to go use the bathroom, and then I flipped my orientation around, so now got my head towards here, and then I turned the heat on just now just to warm up a little. It's 21 degrees outside and 32 in here. All right, so we're finally gonna get up now. Last night I had a little bit of a draft from up here. It was super windy last night, so I think I need to probably get something tucked up in here, or just look at the seal from the outside. This wall right here still is a lot warmer compared to all the other ones. Ooh, this one's cold, like right here on the metal. But yeah, this one's pretty warm. We'll see how that turns out in the summer. Roof isn't super hot yet. This is the view down. Again, this is 17 inches. I do plan on trimming this down to about here to have a little bit of a wider gap, especially because this lip here, I caught my back on it last night coming in and out. Okay. So if I want to sit underneath here at this height, the bottom of the seat needs to be like 10 inches off the ground, which is not a lot of room for storage. Yeah, so we're gonna redo the interior design a little bit. Nothing crazy, but staying in here has really helped me out. All you need to do is go to Home Depot probably sometime this week to go grab my floor, or the materials for the floor, and then and what they were wondering about the buying process through Alibaba and QIAN campers. I can't stress enough how easy it was, really. The hardest part is really just waiting, and I'm sure some of you in the comments can attest to that. Speaking of comments, leave a comment down below if I missed your question, or if you have any more questions about buying and the purchase process, or if you purchased one, I'd love to hear how it's going. Maybe we could do a giant Chinese camper meetup, Alibaba camper meetup. That'd be pretty cool. If this is something you're interested in, feel free to like and subscribe. It's totally free. If you don't like it, just unsubscribe later. But it'd be a lot cooler if you did, and it really helps me out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Pizza on Piece of Pizza, out.